welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a updated current household video. If you're not familiar with the current household, if you're not familiar with what a current household video is, it's basically me talking about how I play off game. It's not a let's play or anything quite like that, but you all are so beyond familiar with this family. It is literally a branch off of the very first family I have ever played here in The Sims 4, and I actually have a pretty strong attachment with my Sims in The Sims 4. I don't know, maybe it's because they're more lifelike. I don't know. It's just really hard for me to let go. So at this point, I am kind of trying to see how far I can play this family, I guess. I don't know. They have quite a history. But we're going to go ahead and jump in with showing you guys our current humble abode. So we live in this area of... I think we are in, I want to say Oasis Springs, I think. It's not exactly Willow Creek, is it? It could be. I really don't know. But anyways, this is where we are. Actually, no, wait. I think this is definitely... I don't know. I'm so confused. Okay, this is probably Oasis Springs. But anyway, this is our current little house. It's different from what we had previously. Recently, they came into a little bit of money, which was brilliant because we needed it desperately. As you can see, we've kind of got a full household, and we've got a baby on the way, which is really fun. I'll get into that in a second. So this home, excuse my dryer. This home is quite perfect for us. During the time being, sure. So it's like a little kind of suburban sort of dealio. I actually think if I go into my gallery, I can show you guys. Yeah, it's the Sherry's Suburban by Ruthless KKK. Yep, pretty much. And it's just a nice little house. I think this one cost about 48 grand or so, maybe less. I don't really know. We did get it furnished too, I think. We were able to afford that. But anyway, when you go in through the front door, it looks a little something like this. Here is the living room. We have a pretty decent sized kitchen. I love this kitchen. The refrigerator is already broken. We just moved in. Yay for me. And then we have a study, which you can turn into a bedroom or something like that later on. But this is really, really nice because with Priscilla's job and Rodney's job and just kind of with everybody doing what they're doing these days work-wise, this is really a nice little asset so we can put in things that they would need to further their career. This is Rodney and Priscilla's room, actually, and this is their bathroom. Okay, and then if you go back here, you have a little porch, doodad, and this is Rodney's rocket ship. He actually built this bad boy. I'm quite impressed with him. So that's Rodney's rocket ship. It's pretty cool. I actually really do love the rocket ship objects. We've got Fallon here on the pot. Fallon looks like she's actually sleeping while she's taking a dump. Otherwise, she has some severe case of diarrheas. In that case, we will move on. All right, so we go up the stairs. This is the girls' room. It's quite cute. We've got Fallon and Elena, whatever. They both sleep in here. Love this little room. Bathroom. This is actually Julian and Jesse's room here. Off to the side, they have their own little bathroom. Tons of bathrooms in this house. That's why I love it. Over here is our little Cullen's room and another bathroom, sure. That's pretty much it. So it's like the house in a nutshell. Loves it. So if you're not familiar with Rodney, he's been around the block a couple times, in and out of different types of relationships. He is the stepson of the infamous Gordon Goth, and his siblings, although actually no, they are showing. Okay, so we have Alexandra Goth, Isabella Goth, and Gordon Goth. Now these are actually his half brothers and sisters because his mother was actually Giovanni Da Vinci, I think it was. I don't remember who the mom was. I can't remember. But anyway, no, really. Maybe. I don't know, but she was a dime piece. Anyway, so he was actually half siblings, and he has no relationship, whatsoever with any of his siblings. In fact, he actually doesn't like any of them all because they're rich and entitled snobs, and he just doesn't have the time. Okay, so obviously he's married to Priscilla, but before, he was married to Priscilla, they had their first child, Julian, and then, they had, I think, Papi after that, or he broke up with, I can't remember how this all goes. You have to watch the previous ones, but he like broke up with Pricilla, got back with her, had a few more kids, blah, 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 blah. The only time that he actually was consistent after breaking up with Pricilla was Fallon and Alina. They've not split since. But in the midst of his infidelities, he met this girl here who is now dead, Jessica Melendez. And she has a sister named Raylan and a brother who's also dead named Cesar. And they had 2 twin girls together, Jessie and Monique. Okay, so with that, now I gotta go ahead and find our freaking family tree. This is gonna be a freaking trip. Here we go. Okay. And so with that, he also has another son, which is kind of weird that it isn't linked up here. He has another, okay, right here. So he also had another, okay, Giovanni Da Vinci is not his mother. Okay. I think it was Valentino or something like that. I don't remember. But Giovanni Da Vinci was actually his baby mama. They had Valentino Schneider. He is like a little model guy. Like, I swear. He is brilliant. So he actually has 8 children, 3 of which are not with Pricilla, and the other 5 are. So Pricilla and him, high school sweethearts, been in love since the crack of dawn, no pun intended. And literally, they have gone in and out of their relationship so many freaking times. There was times where I never thought they would ever get back together. And Rodney always kept going back to her because he was like, or she was, excuse me, I have the hiccups. She was like the only person, oh my God, how rude, he could ever see being with. Like, or see himself being with, rather. And it's kind of crazy because, you know, how many times they were together and broke up, you would think they would never get back together or have a future. And literally, they are growing old together. Their relationship right now is a little stale. To be completely fair, you know, he is a older adult. He's old, pretty much, in a nutshell. Emphasis on the old. And Pricilla, you know, feels the distance between them. And she's actually going to become an elder in about 5 more days. So she's trying to, like, you know, celebrate her youth a little bit, you know. Pretty soon it's going to be gray hairs and granny panties. I mean, you know, like, it's kind of giving her a little bit of a headache over here. But, you know, their relationship's kind of stale, but they're obviously not going to get a divorce. I mean, she only has 5 more days to be a young, sexy, wild thing. So pretty much in the nutshell, pretty much in just the situation in general, their relationship is fizzling out, but so is their life. Okay, I'm pretty freaking positive Rodney's gonna croak before she does, but that is nor here nor there. She does have her brother. He's also an elder as well. Julian, my little rico suave. I got like something in front of the screen here. I can't see. So he actually has been quite around the block himself. He was dating Oksana, if you guys don't remember in the previous part. I don't know if she was here or not. And then he ended up meeting this little fox here. Her name is, actually I think she was in my outdoor retreat demonstration, but her name is, oh my God, she looks like a demon. Hold on a second. Hold on. Don't know what's going on here. Let me try to get her in some actual normal clothes. All right. Let's try this. Her name is Jessie Chavez, or said that. And they're actually expecting a little one. So he did not want to be serious with anybody after he met Oksana. He literally wanted to kind of play the field a little bit. Just kind of, you know, be single for a while. He did not want babies or settling down. And he messed around with Jessie a couple times and got that girl pregnant about a week ago. I'm just saying. So now it's kind of like he wants to be a better man than what his father ever was, and he wants to be there for Jessie and raise their child. And although it's a little too soon in the ball game, you know, he doesn't really have much of a choice. Again, he does not want to be that guy with 8 kids, reference to his dad. But we do have another child, and that's Papi. She's kind of doing her own thing now. Don't know what she's doing because I kicked her out of the house, but that's totally fine. So when Jessie came in, she had a little nice estate. You know, she had some money, some assets that Julian really liked. And when she came in, I think we got like 22 grand, and then we ended up getting like a boatload more cash when we sold all of the stuff from her inventory from her house. So I'm really happy with her coming into the to the family. It really serves its purpose, and it was actually a good decision financially too. So it kind of works, you know. I like her too. I don't really know what their future is going to be like. Pricilla isn't too keen on Jessie, to be honest. Not necessarily like in love with the idea that his son so young has gotten a woman pregnant, and I totally think I saw his sack. I don't know though. I got that's a little reverse there, Rodney. You use the tub and then you take a dump on the john. I don't know. He kind of reminds me of Mr. Wolt. But yeah, so she protective mother syndrome for sure. Not really a fan. Cullen is our rico suave. He is a serial romantic, and boo boo. It's a love-hate. I love Cullen. I think he is a very cute sim. Definitely looks like Madre for sure. I think anyways. He's got mug on him. He's actually dating. Or not dating. Is he dating? I don't think he is dating her yet. Where the hell did it go? Because I know I saved it. You know what? That is a mess up. What? Did I seriously like pick the wrong damn? What do you mean? What happened to her? He was totally... I'm not even kidding you guys. Is this, what? He was like dating this girl named Ashley for a minute. I really liked her. Okay, so anyways, are you not? Okay, well, that's weird. Okay, well, he was dating this girl named Ashley, and yeah, Ashley Champion, I think it was. Maybe I was dreaming. That's kind of weird. That kind of sucks because I could have sworn he really was with her. But I guess we're going to have to, like, find other Sims. I don't really understand what the situation... Oh, crap. No, you need to go back to school, son. I don't know what happened. I'm so confused. Has that ever happened to you guys where you, like, had a relationship with a Sim and, like, literally they just disappear off the face of the earth? Because that kind of is what it's starting to feel like right about now. I'm going to have him go ahead and make some friends because that is some strange-ish, if you ask me. Really. I don't understand it, but... He was dating somebody, and Julian is just kind of up to him right now. I don't know if they're going to stay in this house or what's going to happen, but, you know, I mean, they seem to be kind of in love with each other for the most part, you know. I feel like they really do care about each other, and, you know, that's kind of important too. So we'll see kind of what happens from here on out. I know that I really don't want Rodney to die. He's kind of a freaking... whatchamacallit, he's kind of like a very rich kind of sir. I mean, he makes $201 an hour. He's a moon mercenary. He has 4 vacation days available. Pricilla works now. I don't know if she worked in the previous current household, but she's actually an office assistant, which is pretty nice. And Jules over here, he is a team mascot in the fitness career. Jesse doesn't have a job. Cullen doesn't have a job, but he's a C student. And Fallon's actually a B student, and her sister Alina is actually a C student. So it's kind of like pretty much the dynamics of the house right now. You know, not a lot of drama as of this very moment. But Julian, I don't know if he's going to settle down with Jesse, and he is going to be the kind of guy that he needs to be. He could end up being a single-parent dad. Who really knows? But he knows one thing for sure. He is definitely not going to lose that child or not be a part of that child's life, no matter what it takes. So I'm excited to see where this family goes and continue on with the generations. And I don't know, I really do love this family. I'm severely attached, and I can't wait. So if you guys want to share with me your current households, go ahead and leave a little comment in the comment down below. I just wanted to kind of shoot one of these out for you. I try to do them monthly, and I have been playing a little bit more recently. So that is pretty much where we're at in this family. Not a lot of drama. Not too much. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe it's a lot for some, but whatever. But I just want to go ahead and show you guys what's up. I hope you all enjoyed. And don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below when the sun does not shine. And like the usual, I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.